The events in the following video happened in the beginning part of 2022.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It's so good to see you. I'm a vlogger, as you can tell, professionally. I have 305 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm climbing the mountain, you know. And recently I found out we're moving back to the U.S. from Guatemala, and one of the many tasks that I'm taking on right now is a whole bunch of medical documents that I have to translate, because you telling me that nobody at a doctor's office in California can speak Spanish? Are you kidding me? That's okay. I'll do the work for you, and I will translate these 20 sheets of medical records for my wife so that she can get an exam.
Hi, I'm doing something I don't normally do, and I go back. I'm in the future, according to what's about to happen in this video. I'm going to be giving some interspersed details that were missed in the original to help tie together loose ends. Now, we moved back from Guatemala because on December 23rd of 2021, on December 23rd of 2021, we were in the US, and the Guatemalan government made an announcement that if you didn't have the thing in your arm that will get you banned off of YouTube for saying, then you could not enter Guatemala. Well, we were not in Guatemala. We prayed for a window to open to where we could get back in. Thankfully, it did. And so we got back right after Christmas before they came back and then enacted the law for real. And thus began the journey you're about to see. And what I was just talking about there about the documents a second ago, I translated all those documents. We sent them to the doctor's office here in California, and they didn't even look at them, really. They didn't care, and they freaked out. They acted like nobody had ever been born in any other country besides America. And that's how most people actually react when they find out that most of Brianna's pregnancy, of our beautiful baby, who is alive and well today, most of her pregnancy, and by most I mean like 8 months of it, were in Guatemala. And it was okay. Join me on this journey of returning to the United States. Brianna hates this tree. I'm throwing it away. Listen, I'm a hardworking man. When I'm out there working, I'm working on my YouTube videos, okay? And then she's got a problem with my latest one, the Mexico Day 3.
Well, the whole thing was just you, like, wiping out in the water and coming up for air and, like, even, like, when you were recording other things, it ended with you coming out of the water.
You got a problem with that?
It's just, I don't know, it's unique.
That's my style, okay? Everyone has their artistic style. And Michelangelo was sculpting out weird things on David. And this is my Michelangelo, David.
Yeah.
I had this weird dream last night where this guy that I used to work with at a radio station named Ron McCary, he's old. He's still old. He was telling me about, well, he was a substitute teacher in real life also, so I was like in his class, and he was telling us about how John Lennon like saved his life because he was suicidal, and then he played us this song on like his classical guitar that was a John Lennon song. Well, then the dream and I recorded it on my phone, then the dream like flash forwarded, and John Lennon was still alive, and we were like working on something together, and he was like, no, like, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna go kill myself. Nobody cares about me. And he runs down the street, and I'm like, John, no, wait. And I catch up with him, and I was like, look, like, people do care about you. And I try to show him the video of the guy on my phone, And I show him, and on the video, the guy does this big long intro with the guitar and tells the whole story about John Lennon. Does the big old long intro, and when he hits like the last note, I realized that the song he was playing was Stairway to Heaven. It wasn't even a Beatles or a John Lennon song, but it worked, and John Lennon didn't kill himself. I'm gonna go take a shower now. Continuing our packing. Today I decided the shoes that I want to keep and the ones I don't want to keep. And I discovered something very useful, possibly, for you people. Zip tying my shoes together made a lot of space. These are the only ones that I couldn't zip tie, so those ones will just have to stay like that. And that's okay. But did that. More packing on shoes to come. And now on to the next project. When I had the Volkswagen parked out here, it, as almost every Volkswagen Beetle, leaked oil everywhere. So I've already pre-soaked with laundry detergent, and I'm gonna scrape it now and see how that comes out. I mean, it's bad either way you look at it. My real purpose in this is not necessarily to get all the spots off, it's just to get the oil that's still sitting on the surface off. Mainly because we're gonna have a bunch of people coming in to move stuff, including today, and I don't want them tracking the oil into the house. We're still on our table.
Kind of sad. I like this table. Wow, what a view.
Yeah. You sure you're okay?
Yeah.
Oh, it's really slippery.
I know.
International moving. We got rid of all of our stuff. These tubs are basically all we're gonna take, plus suitcase. Plus I have a suitcase. Brianna's cleaning. We're almost out. It's Saturday, but we have to be out of here by 8 tonight. And it's currently like 11 or something. What time is it?
10:40.
10:40, that was a pretty good guess. Okay, so this is a custom bed frame that we had made, and it's pretty nice, but there's so many screws underneath. So many. There it is. Now all these things lift up and out. But as you can see, they're numbered. And so I have to keep that in mind when I'm putting it back together at my friend's house. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We packed our house. The house is packed, the house is gone. More on that later. Sometimes the craziest things happen when you don't have your camera ready, or it would be really weird if you were holding a camera while they were happening. So I got the bed apart, took it over to my friend's house, who was moving into the same neighborhood actually. Anyway, got out of our house like 90% packed up. Then my landlord shows up at like 8 at night, and I thought that he was just coming to inspect the place, to make sure there was nothing that needed to be fixed, take the keys maybe, that kind of thing. Well, he showed up with a whole van and another person's van full of all of his stuff, and he and his whole family started to move in as we were still moving out. So there was a point when our stuff was getting put into a moving truck, his stuff was being taken out and put into the house, so our stuff was next to his stuff, and it was all
jumbled together. I mean, it was the weirdest end of moving experience that I had up until that point. And I mean, these people had a baby. We had the 2 cats running around. I mean, it was crazy, but it was like there was no transition. There was no looking at the house when it's all empty and saying bye house or whatever you say, and kind of like appreciating what you've done. It was just like, all right, bye, thanks. They lock the door and we walk out. And then we headed to the airport the next day. We got all of our stuff on the plane. We got through security with our cats. And they're ready to go back to their home country. I'm ready. Hi, Luna. What are you doing? I gotta say, these carriers worked out pretty good. They're in their lounge mode right now. They're not in travel mode. They'll be in lounge mode until we get on the plane. Wowie. Next stop, Los Angeles. So we got to LA, picked up a van, drove back with our 6-7 suitcases, whatever they were, and everything. Got to Fresno, California, moved to Tennessee, which was my new job. And in the next video, you're gonna see how that turned out.